Yo, and this is way so overdue, but I'm finally here. Hello YouTube, my name is Nico Castro, and if this is your first time, welcome. And if you're coming back, welcome back to the DailySpins vlog. Man, yeah, I should have been posting on this platform for so many months, but my ego, being stagnant, being comfortable, and parts that I'm not happy with, I just haven't posted. And there's a lot that's happened, and I really want to catch you up because I'm finally happy to say that I'm in a place where I can communicate my thoughts. If you go back to the last one, I was really stressing over money. I was going through a lot of 20-year-old not figuring it out type of behaviors. I was going through a rough patch. But now I've been able to navigate through that, and I've kind of found a flow, and everything's going well, and I feel like I can hopefully provide you guys some value. And yo, I've now been breaking for 11 years, and per the title of this video, I've been able to compete and participate at my dream events and reach some of my lifelong breaking goals. But now what, right? So I'm gonna give it to you in a nutshell, and I can give you the whole bio, I can give you my whole memoir in another video. But in the 11 years I've been breaking, I'm 24 now, holy crap. I'm 24 now, I've been posting on YouTube since 2009. I've taken multiple breaks, but since then, as mentioned, I've been able to navigate my way as a YouTube generation b-boy, a YouTube generation b-boy, and then eventually becoming a member of my community, my hip-hop community in San Diego, to eventually navigating my way through the battle scene throughout San Diego, to LA, to SoCal, to the entire state of California, and then eventually working my way to battle across the country, and then being able to battle across the world. And I'm so grateful, and I want to share my experience with you because now that I've been able to do that, it's like, where and what is the shift in my career, and what am I going to do? I kind of stopped posting on YouTube by the time I got into college, and I went to Cal State Long Beach. I took out $26,000 to $28,000 in student debt. It's like my parents immigrated from the Philippines. I got to follow the traditional route. Go to school, get a stable job, do whatever you like on the side, and it's forever going to be on the side. And I was always battling. It wasn't until spring of 2015 I reconnected with a classmate from middle school who eventually I slid in the DMs and we became boyfriend and girlfriend. I recognized I wanted to marry her. So for the past almost 5 years, it'll be 5 years in about 10 to 11 days from now, I realized I wanted to marry her. Since then, her and I have been together, and I've been living at her parents' house for the past 5 years. So that's where insecurity still somehow lies. But my goal is to be able to reinvest into the family that has taken me and basically adopted me, and not in a kind of weird way where her and I siblings know. You know what I mean? But we live together. And when I was going through that time in college where I really didn't know what to do, and I really wanted to drop out, and it was finally the last straw in 2017, I need to create an escape plan. Basically, I need to figure out how I can really launch this breaking thing so I can quit school. And I've already been thinking about quitting school since the moment I started winning local battles in San Diego at like 16. Not even San Diego. Dude, okay, random fact. But there's out of so many of the jams in San Diego I've battled at, I think within my entire career, I've won like less than a handful, to be honest. Everything, all the jams that I've won, it's always been, out of state, or out of the city, or in a different part of California. Excuse me. Oh my gosh, I lost my train of thought. Oh, okay. I need to create an escape plan. And I was listening to a lot of, not motivational, but I was listening to a lot of Gary Vee. I needed tactical advice on how to do what I love and do it on my terms. How to take away the sense of insecurity, take away the sense of lostness, and finding purpose and really harnessing it. Yeah, it was around that September of 2017 period when I was going on my weekly commute to Cal State Long Beach, and there was one Gary Vee podcast episode where he was interviewing a guy that was famous on Vine. Vine, the app, was already out of business. Gary Vee gave this guy some tactical advice, and this is how it spoke to me. He challenged him to do a 365-day challenge, creating a brand new song every single day. Regardless of production, just record yourself and share your journey. Document the journey. Don't focus on creating, because you already do that. As long as you document it, he guaranteed by month 4, it's gonna be one of the biggest things that everything in your community or your niche is gonna be talking about. So then I was like, okay, maybe that's pretty fitting for this escape plan. And then as soon as I parked back at my apartment in Long Beach, I texted one of my mentors, Wyrock, or Corey Howell. He was on the way to become a full-time novelist. So I told him about the challenge. It's like, yo, I think we should do this. I want to build a few things. One, up my creativity and consistency in all of my moves and have an opportunity to just create so many more variations and upgrades to all of my skill sets. And also develop a social presence. I think that's going to be the best thing. Personal branding is going to be the best thing. That's going to help jumpstart and kick off my career. This is basically going to be my debut album, right? In this 365-day challenge, I'm going to demonstrate through consistency, through being there and through being present and figuring out the algorithm, or not even the algorithm, but how to use effective hashtags, how to get seen, how to make sure that people that are in this breaking industry know what I'm doing. And I might not be the best, but I'm gonna do my best and demonstrate that I'm doing my best and showing that I'm there and I'm present and that I'm serious about it. So then he was like, yo, okay, you do that and I'll write 1 page of a book every single day. So we started the 365-day project. I was using the platform Instagram. I tried playing with Facebook. I tried playing with, at the time, Musical.ly, which is now TikTok. But I couldn't figure out how to fit the language of those contexts. But the most successful one was Instagram. By the end of the project, I grew a personal brand based off hashtags, throwing in like $30 every now and then to get seen or reach a wider audience. And by the end of those 365 days, by month 4, Gary Vee was right, the numbers started changing dramatically. It was one of the things that my community was talking about a lot. And to be honest, I even had some people that I looked up to when I started doing this thing and documenting my progress every day and showing all of my moves, being completely transparent about my feelings, about my failures. I even had some people that I look up to tell me to stop. They told me it was whack because I was showing that I was vulnerable, or I was showing so much of my moves that I was going to become predictable. But that was the point, right? I wanted to show every single thing, because in reality, in those 9 years I was breaking at the time, I already knew it was a long-term journey. I was way committed to this long-term journey, and I knew I was going to be doing it for the rest of my life. So even outside of this project, breaking goes way more than one tournament battle. It goes way more than making it through a few jams. It's about living your life in the way that you want, bugging out with your own style, having fun with it, and being honest. And I was being completely honest. Anyways, so I scaled and built that personal brand in my niche. After that, I continued to maintain those habits of posting nearly every day. If not, it was going to be with higher quality and posted another day or two after. Doing that, there were so many things that happened. I got invited to compete at Red Bull BC1 Las Vegas Cypher for the first time. And I made it to the semifinals. I was still working a full-time job at a coffee company that was helping me maintain my finances and keep up with getting paid every now and then while I was out of school. And it wasn't until I saved up enough money, where there were even a few life transitions that happened again, like my grandma passed away. I'm very blessed to say that she left me with an inheritance enough to replace the janky car that I had so I can get to work the next time. And with that money and a few things that happened, I eventually got enough. And then I was about to finish the 365-day project, but I really, really, really wanted to elevate the craft and go to my first international event, and that was going to be the notorious IBE in the Netherlands. So then I did that, ended up paying for a ticket, entered as many categories at my dream event. I didn't pass prelims at any of the categories. And then there was even the amazing all versus all battle, the one that I've always dreamed of battling at. I wasn't invited in the lineup. I knew who was controlling the lineup. I got in contact with him. He told me, I'll let you know. I was like, okay, that's fine, I understand. I know what that feels like. And shortly after that, I'm gonna sit over here. They were doing the all versus all battle, and two of my other crewmates, Master Mace and Weapon X, they went up when they weren't invited on the team either. But they said, no, let's just do it. They waved me down there like, yo, just hop in. So then I hopped in, went into the battle. I was like, yo, this is a dream moment. Surprisingly, everyone on the lineup, they're like, yo, Nico, Mace, go in, do a round. This is all you, this is your time. I was like, yo, that amount of support from my heroes that were on the lineup. Thesis was on there. Ronnie Boy was on there. Palmer Havakoro was there. I was like, what? Machine was there. My heroes. And then they're like, yo, go and do it. I went in. I did my signature in 1990 and I was gonna clap and drop to air chair. I did 90, clap, to splat death. Embarrassing. So I just crashed in a battle where I wasn't invited. And that was very, very humbling. It was embarrassing, but I knew it was just enough. No, it was the perfect amount of slap in the face to get your together now that you're aspiring to be in this international battle circuit. It's gonna take a lot more work than just hopping into a battle that you weren't invited to. So it's like, fine. After enough teasing from my girlfriend from that moment that it happened, I was so inspired that I continued to grind and practice so I can enter more and save more money to enter these international level competitions. And I did that for the rest of 2019. I ended up saving up enough money to go to Singapore to battle at Radical Force. And I didn't pass prelims in any of the categories again. So that sucked. Early in the year, I got invited to my first international event by referral of one of my crewmates, Jimmy, who got invited to that same jam the year before. It was a battle in Bordeaux. 4 to 5 other guys to create a USA team at this event. I'm not gonna say the name because I don't want to put them on blast, but I'm gonna put them on blast by what happened. So it was me, Icy Ives, Isaiah from Lions Design, another one of my heroes, a great gentleman, great dude, great human, Uki from Philly, and it was supposed to be my crewmate Jimmy Jam, the guy who kind of referred and put us all on. Jimmy ended up hurting his knees, so he didn't go. So it was just us 4 gonna battle in this country versus country, or this invite-only crew battle. Man, that's a whole nother story. But basically the promoter forgot about us multiple times. But later that year, it wasn't until end of April I got invited to compete at Red Bull BC1 Los Angeles Cypher. So with my experience from battling at the Las Vegas Cypher before, I knew the capacity, I knew how to change the physical direction and upgrade the athleticism of my rounds and construct the perfect braking formula for Red Bull. And I ended up making it to second place. I battled some amazing people and some of my heroes like Nasty Ray. I thought he was amazing. And battling Yuri from MZK. He's a good friend now, but I didn't know him at the time, and like, I lost. He beat me pretty bad, and then I even went through some controversy because one of my foundational moves, I do a lot of air chairs. I do a lot of one-hand freezes, and I did a halo freeze, just happens to be also known as a Hong Ten freeze, and I went up to air chair. And you've seen in so many of my practice videos, I've been doing that for years, but I don't need to justify that. But there was a lot of controversy and getting a new type of negative feedback of people calling me a biter. And in the back of my head, that hurt a little bit, let's be honest. But the fire and the hunger, not for redemption, but to demonstrate that I'm in this for the long road and I don't give a or I'm not going to give a The 2 finalists at the Los Angeles Cypher, they advanced to the national finals in Houston, Texas, 2.5 to 3 weeks later. 3 weeks later. So I had 3 weeks to watch the footage, restudy all of my mistakes, figure out everything, upgrade training, and go through this basically Rocky Balboa, I'm gonna prepare for the biggest fight ever type of thing. Climb my way to the finals. I got second place again, but that was an amazing experience. I got a few TV opportunities, but since then, my battle career has shifted. There's still so many events that I entered. I ended up entering the notorious IBE again that same year. A lot more stuff kicked in. I entered freestyle session later that year for world finals. Didn't pass prelims, but it could be anyone's day. And one thing that I've learned from Thesis in, like, I think an interview he did, is that the winner in any of these battles, in any of these tournaments, ciphers, is who knows themselves the best, who knows their own style the best. And that's something that I've always taken into consideration. And I know myself that I'm going to be breaking for the rest of my life because I love it. I want to share my story. I want to share everything that I'm going through. It's a long road. From the very, very beginning, my goal in breaking has been to take this sense of happiness and take this sense of meaning that breaking gives me and share that with anyone else. Because when I first became obsessed with progress and I stopped breaking to impress people and get validation from people, that was the moment I realized how humbling it was to find what you love. Because the moment that you find what you love, you recognize that that's all you need, right? And that might be your spouse. Because the moment that I found and got connected with my girlfriend is, she's all I want. That's all I need. That's all I want to be with. And also same thing with dance, breaking. The moment I recognize that this sense of progress that I feel, sense of conquering insecurity, the sense of conquering mistakes through breaking and through movement as a dancer, that's all I need. That's all I want. But yeah, that's kind of where that puts me to the title of this video. Is it's been amazing to compete and participate at all the dream events that I've always wanted to. But a reoccurring question, like, yo, are you going to be the next BC1 champ? Or are you going to do Red Bull BC1 again? I found out that I'm going to do BC1 again this year, starting from the Cypher. And if I make it to top 4, then I'll advance to the national finals again, which is the plan. But on the grand scheme of things, now that I've been doing this for 11 years, I've experienced what it feels like to be broke through breaking. I've experienced what it's like to be mentally broke, be financially broke, be emotionally broke. Being able to conquer those things through the help and support of my girlfriend, her family, through the journey that breaking has brought me on. I'm at this point in my life where being familiar with my style enough, I know what I want. And that is basically the same mission of, through any artistic platform, whether that's movement as a dancer or curating music as a DJ, because I'm also interested in that, or any platform, through any artistic platform, my mission is to inspire humanity to embrace all adversities as the foundation of their success so they can live life on their own terms. And a few tangible things I'm working my way towards that is I segmented categorizing all the areas of my life. The next few things that I'm working towards right now is getting the financial fitness and gaining the financial growth to be able to get my own place. Just so my girlfriend and I can move out. And I'm so grateful for the home, the opportunity, the space for training, the space for healing and recovery that her parents have provided me for the past 5 years. I'm so grateful. I am so grateful. I get way more than I deserve, honestly. Yeah, the next goal is to be financially fit to make that next move, the physical move, an actual move, and then I want to propose to her. And even if I don't move, I want to have that financial fitness to be able to propose and then say, all right, let's move out. So that's kind of the goal by next year, mid next year. I'm going to make that a goal. I'm saying it on video so it happens. In terms of my breaking career, gaining all the experience I possibly can out of what this culture can offer, out of what this movement can offer. So if that's being a competitive b-boy, if the highest stakes right now are competing at things like Red Bull BC1 or making it into the Olympics for Paris 2024, I'm doing it. Not for the sake of, I'm going to do this to conquer and prove to others. If I really want to inspire humanity to embrace all their adversities as strengths and for them to live life on their own terms, I need to reach the highest peaks of this craft that can offer so I can share that experience with others, so I can teach others. And whether that's developing an Olympic level breaking program or that's providing the highest level of personal to group training or crew training, then I'm going to do it. Any way that I can gain the credibility so I can set up people for success, that's my goal. Other than that, outside of breaking, I'm really, really, really loving and enjoying the journey as a DJ in this modern day because we have social media. We can share the music that we want to share. We can share the themes, the feelings, the style of music that we want to share. So as an individual DJ, as in that part of an artist, all the way to building and directing a crew or a music collective called Flavor Springs with my close friends. That's what I want to do at the highest level I possibly can and continue to push this personal brand. So posting on here on YouTube, sharing my journey with you guys, right? Everything from the family stuff to the financial goals to the breaking goals and the music goals. I've always wanted to become a full-time creative and now I am. If I were to give you the numbers and be fully transparent, I'm making a little more than minimum wage just off of not just breaking, but through everything. That's through teaching, doing a lot of production work, learning to become a director, consultant, a dance relations manager in this industry, an artist manager in this industry by mentorship of one of my managers. It's been 11 years and it's been worth it. Now it's just only going up. I just want to impact a lot more people now. We can close off this video. I'm sorry if I lost your attention a while ago, but thank you so much for being here. But you guys, thank you so much for tuning into this reawakening episode of the Daily Spins vlog. I'll catch you later.